Уважаемый господин президент, Касым Жомарт Кемелевич,
Mr. President, Mr. Tokayev, colleagues, for 30 years during these meetings on cooperation and measures of trust in Asia, pressing issues are being discussed on how to ensure security and stability in this vast Asian region. Today's meeting is taking place against the background of huge changes in global policies and economy. The world is becoming truly multipolar. And a significant part, if not key part, is played by Asia, where new centers of power are emerging. Countries of the Asian region are driving force of the global economic growth. Such integrational alliances as Shanghai Cooperation Organizations are acting here, and Association of the East Asian Nations, Eurasian Economic Union also. In all these processes, Russia participates actively. We stand for development and prosperity in Asia, and we would like to see open, vast space for investment and trade cooperation to enhance and to expand ties in various fields of economy. I would like to remind you that Russia was one of the founders of the Business Council as part of this summit. And a lot of successful conferences were held and seminars on all matters of economic issues. And along with other Asian nations, we are doing everything to create equal and indivisible security based on universally recognized principles of international law enshrined in the UN Charter. And other regional alliances, as well as this forum, have to deal with many international problems, such as volatile energy prices, food security, fertilizers, raw materials, and other important essential commodities, because it could bring about worsening of the quality of life in the developed and in the developing countries. Furthermore, there is a real threat of famine and large-scale social disruptions, especially in the poorest countries. Russia, in turn, is making every effort to provide essential commodities to the needy countries. We call on everyone to eliminate all artificial obstacles that prevent restoration of the regular supply chains to resolve emergent issues, pressing issues with food security. As many other partners in Asia, we think we should review the principles of the global finance system that for decades has allowed a self-declared so-called golden billion that is using all the flows of capital and technology. Largely, they were living by someone else's expense, at someone else's expense. And as a priority step, we consider more active use of national currencies and mutual settlements. Such measures would have facilitated strengthening of financial sovereignty of our nations, development of internal capital markets, deepening of economic integration in the regions. And it is also important, along with other regional fora and organizations, to continue to work actively on settling crisis situations that are emerging in Asia. We need to strengthen cooperation among our states to counter terrorist threat, to neutralize extremist groups, to block their financial sources, to fight drug trafficking, and to stop propaganda of dangerous ideology. Afghanistan is still an area of general concern for this region, this country. For more than 20 years of military presence of the US and NATO, their failed policies proved to be unable to independently resolve problems related to the terrorist threats, which is proved by the uninterrupted series of bloody terrorist attacks, including the explosion near Russian embassy in Kabul in September. To normalize the situation in Afghanistan, we need to work together to help its economic recovery. But first of all, we call on everyone to compensate the damage inflicted on the Afghani people during the years of occupation and to unfreeze illegally frozen Afghani assets. And we could also tap into the potential of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and its regional anti-terrorist working body. And we also invite all the Asian nations to closer cooperation with the Global Data Bank to counteract terrorism. Russia and China drafted the joint statement on security in information technology that should be adopted as a result of this conference, and we hope it will be endorsed by everyone. And in conclusion, I would like to mention the importance to strengthen multilateral cooperation of the member states in social, cultural, and humanitarian areas to promote intercivilizational dialogue and contacts among peoples. And we should also support volunteer movements. The acute phase of the coronavirus pandemic that we have overcome showed the positive role that the volunteer bodies are playing in supporting the population. Russia has accumulated vast experience in this area, and we are eager and willing to share it with everyone interested. In general, I would like to note with satisfaction that the joint work within this meeting on matters of trust is going on positively, and Russia will continue to develop multilateral cooperation, multi-layered cooperation with everyone presented at this meeting. We support the initiative of the Kazakhstan chairman. Thank you.
Спасибо большое за внимание.